America's top dog, Snoop, is receiving a lot of flack for doing exactly what other Dead Coast rappers have routinely done. I'm talking about the money dance with the Republicans. And even Ice Cube is guilty of it. I guess this is why his son has been awfully quiet. In 2018, the good member of NWA released a diss track aimed at Donald Trump titled "Arrest the President," featuring all the buzzwords. We're talking Orange Man, Home Alone, Russian intelligence, even had me fooled. But I guess not enough old heads were convinced and no one really bought the fucking album. So after crip walking to arrest the president, Ice Cube joined the president.
Top advisor Jared Kushner met with him for 3 hours.
They listened, heard what I had to say, pumped up their plan, and presented it to the people on September, I believe, 24th.
We call it the Platinum Plan.
2 weeks ago, Cube praised the president's Platinum Plan.
By 2023, Ice Cube was seen chilling with RFK Jr.'s Worm, who called Ice Cube a civil rights leader after bonding over anti-vax theories. And of course, when his fans labeled him a sellout, Ice Cube said a picture is not an endorsement. Just like he said working with Donald Trump is also not an endorsement. Yes, Ice Cube did not say the words "I endorse Donald Trump." But then you go on the Joe Rogan podcast and the Tucker Carlson podcast and bash the Democrats during the election cycle. It sends out a clear message, which is seen as an endorsement by both sides. Now, the other famous member of NWA, Eazy-E, was once shamed by Ice Cube for having dinner with the president.
You might not have guessed that Eazy-E, Eric Wright is his real name, would be among this group of well-off Republicans who paid $1,250 to become members of something called the Republican Inner Circle, who were waiting in line today to hear Law and Order man George Bush at a private members-only reception.
And this was hinted at in the movie Straight Outta Compton. But they forgot to mention that Eazy-E also defended one of the cops accused of assaulting Rodney King.
In 1992, Eazy publicly aligned himself with Ted Brasinio, one of the cops charged with beating Rodney King.
To me, he seems like a nice guy. But to everybody else, they don't care. He's just one of the officers that was there helping beat Rodney King.
Eazy-E also maintained that he is not a Republican, even though his actions contradict his claim. Now, this West Coast tradition of hypocrisy was further carried on by Kendrick Lamar. When asked about Michael Brown, who was a victim of police brutality, this good kid from Mad City was quick to shift the blame back on the community and the people of Ferguson by saying that we don't respect ourselves and how do we expect them to respect us. Then he does this Fox News thing where he pairs rallying with looting and goes on to say that all change comes from within. So if you're a victim of police brutality, it means you don't respect yourself enough. At the end of the day, these guys are entertainers, and it might seem like they really care about these social issues when they're popular. They lack the moral framework of speaking up even when these issues are not popular, because they're not capable of leading people.